Shut up. Hi girlies, it's Eris here. Today I'm actually coming at you with an updated version of the makeup tutorial I'd done before. Basically, this is your gal on the go, quick glam look. And we're gonna look fierce, bitch. We have products, so we're gonna go in. Oh yeah, this is basically gonna be like a blue smoky eye, red lip, blush, shimmers, gal on the go vibes. So starting off with a primer, I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm not doing the action, like, who the fuck did, like, we're not James Charles here. Hi sisters. And yeah, so just go and...
Actually, I need a lot more. I think it's a silicone-based primer, but I really shouldn't speak on the matter because I don't actually know. But, and yeah, primer's your friend.
I used to kind of have this really stupid attitude towards primer where I was like, it's not necessary, it's another layer of shite, but it actually just helps the makeup go on faster. And a generous coating everywhere. Then, with a damp enough beauty blender, we're just gonna go straight in.
And marry that to the skin. Again, I'm trying to be time conscious here, so I know this is not like, this isn't supposed to be your fucking 3-hour Met Gala moment, like this is gal on the go vibes. I also haven't painted my face in like 2 weeks, so I may have forgotten how to do this altogether. Yeah.
Okay, the base is on now. Just a little bit of Mayron cream white in like their clown eye vibe, and just like a few dabs. And just get those blended in. And you should be going up the plane of your cheekbone.
And bring it up onto the nose as well.
With a foundation brush, just pick any dark one. I'm gonna go with the second dark. And we're just hitting, yeah, this can be the midway one. And we're just doing the classic contour points on the face. Because a cream contour will always give us more depth and dimension than just a powder one. Even though most of the times if I'm in a rush, I will just do a powder contour moment. And then drag that nice and in. This doesn't need to be the most precise thing you've ever done. Just kind of bridging the gap between the lights and the darks. And pulling the dark into the light. And just kind of blurring over all of it again. Okay. And then we're gonna go in with the darkest shade of the cream contour. This I don't even know. I got this for free. I think one of my drag sisters was done with it. I think it could have been like Sophia's or something.
And then I'm just gonna hit this in the darkest part because I am gonna be using my own hair today as a base, so I really kind of want extra.
Buff, buff, buff. Now, taking baby powder, we're just gonna put this out on the lid. I always, every time I get into drag, I just keep one of these, like a fresh lid of this, just up on the side, and then we're gonna hit the high points.
And then cheekbones. Okay.
Now, the eyebrow, or the eyebrow. And this is, I use my own eyebrows as a base, so if you need to glue down your eyebrows, fucking sucks for you. And if you have no eyebrows, you may be sick. So, yeah.
Just kind of...
Yeah, just that kind of shape. And then... Yeah, and then it's all about just kind of like getting them to behave. Toy around with them until you have a shape and a thickness and an angle that's kind of just, they complement each other. Or they at least kind of will sit next to each other and not look weird. But my brow bones are dissimilar. This one is a lot lower and heavier than the other, and this one isn't. So naturally this brow needs more like lifted. So it's all about like, don't look at the structure in your face for the brows. Look at the shape that you want to make and then highlight around it because that's how you put in the new structure. Fucking neck of me even talking like I know what I'm on about, but that's what I think, that's what I believe myself to be doing. Clown White by Ben Nye. And the reason I use the Ben Nye one instead of the Mayron one is because the Ben Nye one is actually kind of thicker and more like... It's thicker. And that's what we want up here. And then we're just gonna tidy the underneath of the brow. This will also serve to let our eyeshadow pick up pigment very easily, because white will make any pigment show its color truer than if it was sitting on skin, irrespective of the shade. Like, girls, for all you drag queens that are starting drag, if you're a drag queen that doesn't actually like makeup, don't feel like that's weird. I feel like makeup is really trendy at the minute, and like drag makeup and like James Charles and Jeffree Star and all these people, but like I like personally, if I could like click my fingers and be in drag, I don't think I'd ever do makeup again. Like that's not my vibe. So like if makeup is not something that comes naturally to you, then set with baby powder. If drag makeup is not something that comes naturally to you, don't stress. It's all just practice. I looked like a car crash victim when I started drag. So it'll come to you, do you know? And it's all about just playing around. Just taking an angled powder brush. We're gonna go in. I use the Life's a Drag palette by Manny MUA before anyone fucking eggs my house. No, I didn't buy this. My cousin actually got it for me for Christmas 2 years ago, and much and all is like we all fucking hate Manny MUA. I've used it the house, like lots of these are on pan, and it's actually a banging palette and the colours are great. So just on this angled wee brush, you're just setting what you did. And now this is not the brow that like Valentina's gonna give you with those little flicky doodles in at the front.
You don't need to be confused, and you have lots of opinions of me tonight.
Like I'm not here to do that for you. So go elsewhere if that's what you're looking for. We're looking to get in drag and get out the door. Now we need to powder the rest. I use the Leichner powder. Yeah, just fucking dust yourself off with this. I use a large powder puff because I myself am a puff who is large. But don't ever skimp on powder, and especially in the summer months. If you didn't powder, your makeup is gonna just fall off. That's the first bit of the face done. Next step is eyes. So for the eyes, again, we're sticking to the Life's a Drag palette by Manny MUA. And to be fair, I am about to give you the most concisely broken down way to do a black smoky eye, like a black bluey smoky eye ever. This is my go-to eye. It's tried and tested and it fucking works. We're here to fucking dust the eye. A little bit, Coco, you need to put a little bit more pink in the eye.
You're gonna have to do a little bit more pink in the eye, more pink in the eye, pink in the eye.
Get this on everywhere. All the way up nearly to the eyebrow, the eyebrow, and then on out. Okay. And basically we're just getting a huge kind of, what we're doing now, I know that it looks like we've gone huge, but this is really the farthest out anything is gonna go, because we're gonna work in from here, do you know what I mean? So now you take your black, the liner, and you just, you know what, sorry. People always go on about liner like, oh, you know, it's this, like blink a lot first, you know, there's a way, there's this knack, use a tape. It's fucking goes wrong most of the time, okay? And just go for it. It's not even gonna matter because we're gonna smudge it out. So just paint it on.
Yeah.
See, they're not similar. They're not the same. They aren't the same. That's not the same. And then on the bottom as well. Take a black kohl pencil, kind of get it going, and do your waterline. Kinda only for the outer bit. That's her. That's all you need. Okay, go into the black. This is all off the one palette. And get in there. Black eyeshadow. Smudge it. Pull it out that way to meet where the end of it all went. You want no hard witching lines in this, okay? Relying on like smudgy smoky is how you get ready quickly. It is quite a thing to be the girl who comes up to the gig and has like all the witching eyeliner with lots of little like intricate bits, because it's like that like undeniably takes ages. Whereas if you walk up like muddy little mucky smoky eye, yeah, it looks great, but like it didn't take ages. But to the untrained eye, bitch, to the straight brunch going girl, that's the same thing. So I refuse to take time. Just smoke it on out.
Pull that nice and in.
Yeah. So, now that we have that, we marry it all together with the purple. We're gonna smudge the black eyeshadow with the blue eyeshadow. Very, very easy. And literally, the more you blend, the more kind of blended it gets. So,
Okay.
and then joining it up again on the bottom. And this is a trick Davina Divine taught me when I was getting into drag. I was like, oh, I want to have like big dramatic eye makeup. And she was like, girl, you have no makeup underneath your eye. Because I thought it was all about what was going on up here. She was like, it'll feminize your face a lot more if you like pull it down a bit, like get some of your makeup in there. It just makes your eyes take up more space. It makes them bigger. Do you know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with doing to the bottom what you did to the top. Whoop whoop. Right. Now that that's nice and all... Now that it's blended somewhat, you go back in one final time with the blue one and you just swish it all together again. Okay, now, last bit, you take that little fluffy brush. I take the kind of silvery, coppery one, kind of diffuse out the front. I don't know if that does fucking anything, but I feel it makes it look more like finished-y. Okay, now you go in with your white. And this makes it look like you've done makeup. Can nobody tell me nothing? Now I need to get some white eyeshadow. What's going on up there? Our little brow highlight. Woo! That's an eye. Okay, that's the eyes done. And we're gonna contour. Tried and tested. Beige rainbow, let's kick it off. Using the NYX contour palette, all of you have this. If you don't, you should. So we'll leave that there.
Oh my gosh.
Going in with the nice light one.
Okay.
Okay, now, just following the lines that you've already laid out, doing your base. Now we're going in with darks. And going straight from the lightest one to the darkest one. That's all you really need. That's all I really need. Use the no smoking sign from whatever hotel you live at.
What kind of hotel allows a child to check in alone?
The boy had a very convincing story.
What kind of idiots do you have working here?
Cut your cheek. So join it kind of from the top of your earlobe to the corner of your mouth. And start at the bottom, go up. Start at the bottom, bleed up. And then go in again and just go along the inner bottom. I'm saying bottom a lot. And then same on the other side and bleed up. Ooh. Oh, also like don't fucking move the card like I just did. And then with what's left on the brush, because you don't need that much, or else it kind of overdoes it. Go down there. Structure! Getting your powder again, going back in, pinch it all together like this to kind of flatten it, pack a lot on, and then cut that cheek. Really lay this on heavy.
I remember I didn't know what this was when I saw it on Drag Race when Detox had all the powder. And I was like, what is she doing? But it was this.
Half of this can come off straight away. The chin can blend out now, and this can come off now. Some people like to leave this baking stuff on for ages. I don't think it needs that long. Now we'll go into the nose. Black liner. Just kind of fucking do it. If this goes wrong, I will injure myself. No, it didn't. It's fine. Okay. Now, nose contour. Contour palette. Lightest shade. This is the new end of my nose. Go up a bit from that, and that's going to be the new end. The new from the Teletubbies. And just whittle. And you whittle it down. And I go with the darkest one, or just kind of like maybe a less darker one, and just finish off the end of the nose. Just give a little highlight to the end. Kiss that with a bit of powder. Dust the whole thing down. Now we're gonna go in with blush, then shimmers, lip, and we're done. Blush, get your nice blush brush, and then this is our lighter blush. It's all about starting with lights and going to the darker ones. This will go on the apple of the cheek. And this is when you do a face. But you want to fucking cake this shit on. I'm gonna get this up everywhere up here. And this will really stop you looking like you just fucking put brown powder on your face. Turns it into makeup. That's what the fuck we're talking about. See that shade of pink, like dark pink.
Go a bit further back with it.
Take it into the back of your temples here. Take your cardigan and your blush, your dark blush, and we're gonna do like we did with the dark contour, just right down in there and go again. Now. When I've done this step, I always feel like, okay, we're in drag now. Now we just need highlights. We'll see what we can get. I'm just gonna whisk the yellowy one and the goldy one together. We'll see what that gives us. Woo! Oh, no. Okay, bitch. This is fab. This is great. This is fantastic. Notice we've left the baking powder on there, and it shall stay until the very end. So recently I've been feeling a lip shape that without a cupid's bow, that kind of lip lift look. So it's like, So our lip will not have a cupid's bow. This isn't sharpened and it should be. Probably gonna suffer for that. So here goes. And then you colour in the inner corners of the lip, because that's going to give you dimension. Bang on the red. This is always satisfyingly quick. Coat the lips there. Be diligent. You need your lip to stay. Okay, lashes. We will not fall at the last hurdle. It's a nice dense single lash. It's a hun lash. This is a lash. Ooh. 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 Yeah, that'll do. That'll fucking do. That's fantastic. Now, that's what I'm talking about. And now we're in drag. That's it, ready to go. So, throw a quick something on and come back. Woo! So this is with some hair, a little scoochy dress on. This is the gal on the go face. You know, you could do this in 40 minutes if you were foot to the floor and you just really needed to get out. It's quick, it's simple. Black smoky eye, out to blue, with a heavy lash, a blush shimmer and a nice big lip. You can't really go wrong. This is the tea, you're all broke. Bye! Actually, no, we're not gonna end it like that. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please share. We're trying to make things fucking happen. It's difficult to move in silence when you need to scream to be heard, okay? So I would love to move in silence in 2021, but for that I need to get the views and followers up. So subscribe, go follow me at Instagram at Eris Blackstone and on Twitter at Eris Blackstone as well. And yeah, we'll see you with more videos soon. Bye guys!
Don't accuse my dad of this ever again.
What are you talking